All right, we are live. So, hope you guys are having a great, what is today? Wednesday. This is kind of weird, actually going live on Instagram at the same time while recording this podcast episode, which is something I have never done actually. I actually record a lot of my podcast episodes in my free Facebook group, but I've never recorded one live on here on Instagram. So this is new. So if you end up tuning in and watching this, you'll be getting one of the first podcast recordings live on Instagram here. So wanted to talk a little bit about kind of a conversation or just an insightful discussion I was having with the client today about her journey so far. And the whole theme of this around this discussion, this podcast, is about how there are so many things in life or situations in life or things that we just don't know about because we just don't know about them. And that might sound really straightforward when I say that out loud, but there are situations or things in life when it comes to nutrition, fitness specifically, that clients just are completely unaware of. And I think, when it comes to losing weight and losing body fat, we fall into this trap of feeling like we know what we need to do, but we just aren't doing it, and we just need to work harder. And this is something that, if you're a coach listening to this, you've probably heard numerous times, of potential clients or whatever coming to you saying, hey, I know what I need to do. I'm just not doing it, and I just need accountability. And I've heard this multiple times from clients too, but then they come into the program and we start diving into their nutrition, their workouts and everything. And we find that the things that they were trying to do actually weren't the things that are going to get them the results they want anyway, right? They were trying to do all these things, trying to implement all this discipline, trying to work hard, quote unquote, in these specific behaviors, whether it's doing cardio every single day or eating a super low calorie diet or eating a super restrictive diet or whatever it is. And those are the goals that they're trying to do, or those are the behaviors they're trying to implement. And they're working really hard at that, but they're working hard at the wrong things. And this is something, if you haven't become an expert in this field, you'll never know if you're doing the wrong things or not, really, unless you either invest the time to learn it all yourself or invest the time or, financial investment in hiring a coach to figure out how to actually get the results you want. But I was having this conversation with this client, and she was we were going back and forth with her progress so far. So she's only been in the program for about 3 weeks right now, and she's already down a few pounds. But more importantly, we've only focused on building her calorie intake up, and she's already feeling so much better about herself. She's already having so much energy. She's already, being consistent with her workouts. She put in her check-in form that this was the most consistent she's been with a program or a protocol or plan for maybe as long as she could remember. And she sent me this message about just how proud she was of what she's done. And I want to kind of read this message. Might paraphrase a little bit, but I'm pretty much going to read it word for word, which was, quote unquote, I could honestly cry. I've never been so motivated, determined, and just feeling so good. In almost 5 years, she's never felt this good. My body may not be where I want it to be just yet, but I grew these healthy, beautiful children in less than 5 years. So I'm learning to give myself grace and to continue to crush it. So that was a message that she sent me. And she's just so ecstatic about the progress she's seeing right now. And we've only really implemented a few small changes too. So I asked her, I responded back with a voice message and, obviously told her how much she's been crushing it, how well she's been doing and everything, because she's been so consistent over these past few weeks. But I asked her, what are her thoughts now being on the other side of things? She's 3 weeks into this program and already seeing so many really good results, already feeling so much better. And before she signed up, she was really hesitant. She went back and forth for a couple of days, had conversations with other clients in the program. She was talking with her husband and all this stuff, and was weighing out the pros and cons of if this was the right leap for her to take or the right step for her to take. And she almost, from our conversations back and forth, she almost decided not to do it. She almost decided to say no and be like, you know what, I'm just going to try to keep doing this on my own. It's kind of a big financial investment or whatever. And that was kind of her mindset, but she ended up taking the leap. And now obviously 3 or 4 weeks later, she's already crushing it and feeling so much better. But I asked her, now being on the other side of things, where do you think you would have been if you would have let that fear kind of get in the way of you starting? And then she sent me this message back, which I'm going to read too. She said, quote unquote, truthfully, I'd still be living the same life, not doing anything for myself, trying to, quote unquote, eat better, but not really making any progress, honestly. One, I didn't know where to start with home workouts. And two, I kept wanting to start, but didn't know where to start with this. And this has been life-changing for me, not only for the accountability, but also for someone mapping it out for me in a healthy way. So that was the message she sent back to me. And like, I think it's always really eye-opening when clients are really on the fence, and literally within just a few weeks, within 3 to 4 weeks, their life could essentially change from just like their eyes being open to, oh, there's a new way of doing this. There's a better way of doing this versus trying to follow, Optavia again, or keto, or low carb, or intermittent fasting, or doing something restrictive. Like, that's all you know, right? If you've been ingrained with this diet culture and all of these short-term quick fix diets for so long, that's all you're aware of, and that's all what you think is out there. And you think you just need to try harder at those things and be more disciplined. But now it's like she's entered this new world of learning how to do things the right way, where she's really not working any harder than what she was doing before, in my opinion, from our conversations we had. And I guarantee she probably would tell you the same thing, that she's really not working harder than what she was trying to do on her own. She's just working the same level of hard, maybe, or maybe even easier, but doing the things that are actually productive, like focusing on the big rocks, the calorie range that's right for her body, making the right adjustments, the protein range that's right for her body, the step goal that's right for her body, simple home workouts. Right now, we're just doing 3 home workouts with dumbbells, and that's it. Like, we're not doing any planned cardio, not going on the elliptical for 45 minutes, not doing anything crazy like burpees or anything. I can't tell you how many times clients come to me and tell me or ask me, hey, I don't have to do burpees, do I? I'm like, absolutely fucking not. We are not doing burpees around here. But like, we're doing just very simple things. 3 days a week, dumbbell home workouts, have a simple step goal, have a simple calorie range, a protein range, and making the right adjustments week to week. And that's it. Like, and it's just that simple process, but having obviously like the right step goal for her, the right type of workouts for her, the right calorie and protein ranges, and those adjustments is important. But I think so many people are stuck in their own world of what they think they should be doing because they just don't know. Like, you don't know what you don't know. And until you actually like engulf yourself in this world of nutrition and fitness and learning how to do the right way, whether, like I said, it's you investing all of your time, your free time to actually learn this stuff and how to properly do it, or investing your time, energy, and maybe even finances and hiring a coach to do it. Like, that's the only way to get through like the fat loss or body composition change that you want, is by either investing that time and energy or shortcutting it by hiring a coach and having them shorten that time horizon for you, because they know what they're doing and they know how to guide you in that right direction. But you don't know. It's almost like, and this is an example that I was thinking about before this, was I absolutely love Chipotle. Anybody who talks to me, they probably know how much I love it. My wife, she hates me sometimes because I would literally eat Chipotle probably multiple times a week if I could. But I love Chipotle. But Chipotle was something that a lot of people talked about back in like even middle school and high school. I remember people talking about, especially early high school. And I had actually never tried Chipotle, I think, until like junior year. I think it was maybe even senior year of high school. And I just didn't know that it was that good. Like, I didn't, and I think the quality has gone down a little bit since then. But I didn't know that it tasted that good. I didn't know it would be something that would feel so good to me, taste so good to me, that I would really, really love to eat. So I just like never thought about it. I would drive by Chipotle. There was a Chipotle literally like 3 minutes away from my house, and I would drive by it and not think twice, and not think, oh, like let me stop there. I need to stop there and get that, or this tastes good for dinner. Let me get some Chipotle tonight or whatever. But then I tried it, and that one time I tried it, I realized and got a taste of just how good it could be, or how good it is. And then from there, it's been like history since then. And it's been just me loving eating Chipotle, probably getting it once a week for sure. If I go like 2 weeks without Chipotle, it's like it's like a solar eclipse. But the reasoning behind that story is that I never realized how good it was until I actually was able to experience it. And I think so many people are stuck in this diet trap and this fad diet trap of cutting calories super low, doing all this intense exercise, intense cardio, and feeling miserable and not seeing results because they're just working so hard, but they're working so hard on the wrong things. And they'll never realize like how good it can actually be until, like I said, you invest that time and energy to actually learn how to do it the right way, which most people don't have that time and energy to do on their own since they have their own careers, they have their own kids, they have their own relationships and things. Or shorten that time horizon, learn how to actually do it correctly with a good quality coach. Has to be a good quality coach, can't just be any coach, but that's the secret. And once you like experience that, even just a few weeks into it, like this client was, like you realize just how much better it can be and how much you're missing out on with all those years or months you spent or wasted trying all these other unsustainable things. So just wanted to share this insight because I think, I have conversations with people who are kind of maybe on the fence about joining a program or starting their journey or joining a different program. Maybe it's not even mine. And it's hard to get through to them, like just how good they can feel and how less miserable this process really can be or how good this process can actually feel until they're actually in it and experiencing it. So just wanted to share just some thoughts I had, but hope you guys like this kind of Instagram live podcast recording video. Might do more of these if you guys like them. So definitely, leave me a comment and give some reactions if you want me to do these more often. But that's about it. I have a client call in literally 2 minutes, so I'm going to hop off. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one.